Smash the state indeed. There are many voices on Commercial Drive. A kind of political crabbiness takes hold of you just by walking down the street. You can't ignore the copious graffiti, and you find yourself almost unconsciously agreeing or disagreeing with what people have written on these walls. Quite naturally, a publication rose up from this charged setting. It was called Noise Magazine, and Noise was a place where many of the voices of this community were heard. Behold the office of Noise Magazine. The place is crowded, and rightly, it's a mess. Back issues, machines, and curiosities lay all round. Wires wind across the floor to power computers, heaters, and a tape deck. Luckily, nobody's mom will be giving this place the white glove. The object here, clearly, is to get a publication out. Gordon Murray is the editor and originator of Noise Magazine. Beyond the noise, his admirable efforts include staging art shows, festivals, and past publications. As his big playing card decorated coat indicates, this boy likes to take some chances. Why is the magazine called Noise?
We wanted to make some noise. That's one of the things where it came from, and another concept that I had was sort of a fly buzzing in the ear of the corridors of power, and just sort of enough to make them aware that they didn't have all the answers or something.
Perhaps it's time to see the doctor. Maybe get it nipped out.
Ear, nose, and throat.
Are you inviting dialogue?
Our intention is to be a place, a forum for dialogue, certainly within the cultural community. With the last issue where we focused on Aboriginal issues, a lot of people from different points of view appreciated the fact that not only were we writing about Aboriginal issues, but that we had gone out of our way to encourage Native writers to write about Aboriginal issues. So we don't necessarily see that because someone is emotionally involved in an issue or very vehement about an issue, that they are therefore too biased to be allowed to talk about it. In fact, we feel exactly the opposite, that when people are committed and there's something that they feel that they have to say about a particular issue, their writing tends to be more compelling, if sometimes more rough. It's interesting because they're passionate about something.
Did you model Noise after other magazines, perhaps magazines that Vancouver had in the past, or magazines that exist in other cities?
Well, there are a number of publications that we emulated to various degrees. Personally, for me, the most important one was actually a daily paper in Paris called Libération, which was originally started as a collective in, I believe, in the mid-70s, and as a yes, somewhat subversive or at least questioning of the status quo. So that's something that has inspired me ever since I first encountered it 10 years ago.
Noise smacks people in the face and says, you can't just accept what's going on out there.
People like Linda Choquette bring further determination to the noise.
One of the reasons why I initially became involved is I wanted to put as much as I could, keep a female and a feminist perspective and involve other women and make sure that a balance, not that there would be any opposition to that, but you have to take some affirmative action on various things.
Certainly, the most forthright comment about the paper belongs to this chap.
What do you see is the objective of Noise?
What? Oh, to deafen people. Come on. What else?
This was a small but impressive operation they had going here. I noticed they even keep revolutionary music on hand for the days when spirits get low at the noise. John here demonstrates his ramshackle darkroom set up in the men's facilities.
which really provides us with a major money-saving device, as we can do all those expensive PMPs ourselves. Simply a matter of putting the photographs on top of the glass plate.
John shows us that it's tricky maneuvering in here when the lights are
Just
out.
turns it on and whoops, there's the light.
I think we'll just let him get on with his business. It seems apt that the noise production office was upstairs from a boxing club. The athletic ambience and the shouts of trainers must have reminded them of their own struggle to represent cultural and political concerns in a city that rarely takes interest in them.
But all in all, the best thing about it is to realize that it's possible and to show other people that it's possible to do something like this. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that the noise is going to survive forever. That may not be what it really has to do, but part of its function, I think, is to show people that it can be done, that you don't have to be a huge corporation to put out a magazine that has some impact and has some good writers and interesting things to read.
Since we shot this piece, Noise has packed up their office and moved to a less costly facility. After this month's forthcoming issue, the paper will evolve into a more community-oriented publication. We wish them all the best. For East Side Story, I'm Michael Klassen.